And good morning, fellow travelers. In looking in my comments, I'm always finding comments that I didn't see or they weren't in my notifications on that red bell. It's supposed to let you know that somebody comments, but it doesn't always. I just have to hit on comments and scroll through them and see if I see any that are new. Anyway, speaking of new, this is an old one. I found this from Vinyl Badger, and this is 5 months ago, and he asked for Luke Vibert, Slipped Disc. So I'm going to do that, just because it's 5 months ago, and he's probably long gone, doesn't even subscribe anymore, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't really know if he is, or whether he comes and looks at videos or not. I really don't know. So I was like, okay, what can I do with this? So I decided I'm going to do some Zappa, and something unusual from 1978, Studio Tan, which I have that album. I bought there's like this three album, it's not a set, but he released them all generally at the same time. Studio Tan, Sleep Dirt, and what's the other one? Oh, I'll remember it when this is all over, or I'll put that little word across the thing. I'll do that. I've been doing that lately because I forget things. RDNZL. It's RDNZL. So I think everybody calls it RDNZL. That's what I say is RDNZL. So let's get started with Luke. What's his name? Luke Vibert. And Slipped Disc. So click, Mr. Luke.
Let's begin with a drum set. Listen for an explosive live sound. The snare should be crisp and the cymbals should ring. If they become harsh or flat, the speaker's high frequency response is peaky or distorted. The snare should be crisp and the cymbals should ring. Snare should be crisp, cymbals should ring. Let's begin.
That's important. Now I'm guessing, because I did look him up as far as who is he and what's he about. Electronic. So I would be willing, all of this is all from some keyboard. From England, Britain. This is what drives me crazy. It's the same thing since the start. Well, eventually I'm hoping something goes. Sounded like James Brown going in the background. Right. So far, quite boring. Now I can see, listening to this, if you're just zoned out, got the earphones on and you're half asleep, and it's just back there lulling you in sleep. Luke Vibert. We need to do a little more. I don't say it has to go wow, all kinds of different directions, so it's confusing, but and here we are right back to where we were. Like I said, this could be okay background music. You've just got a bunch of people in a room and there's a whole lot of talking and yakking going on, and this would be okay to have in the background. Nobody's listening to it. It's just filler material. Not something you sit down and listen to like challenge your musical listening ability, if you know what I mean.
Friends, what sort of hi-fi equipment are you using these days? Are you still suffering an old-fashioned push-pull downsplit with a ragged crossover and a 3-stage baffle, please? The only possible way to hear this recording in its full beauty is with a Dingbat special preamp number L534 with a bifurcated master singer no-slip disc. Then you're making a frightful mistake. If you play it with any needle but an Angel Cast number 84, it's pure silk. Don't be a laughing stock. Get a Braunschweiger Buzzkirk circuit with a periwinkle 1-ounce pickup arm and hear precisely the same notes your dog does.
Okay, there you have that. And now we're done. So Zappa. George Duke on piano, Ruth Underwood on microphone, and lots of different percussions. Terry Bozzio on drums. I think it's Terry Bozzio. Oh, it may not be. I could be wrong about that. George Duke really didn't want to play Zappa's music when Zappa asked him to be in the band. He's like, I went to Juilliard. I'm a classical pianist. Frank said, what are you, too good to play this stuff? And he was like, no, but what? So, but eventually George Duke really got into it. Yeah, and this is kind of a long one, 8 minutes to end. Maybe Ralph Humphrey's on drums. I just read it too a few minutes ago. Do you think I would remember? Released in '78, by the way. Orchestral Favorites is the other album. I knew it would come to me when I wasn't pressing my brain. You may not like this. You might be thinking, oh yeah, what's going on here? But you have to admit, there's more going on than there was in old Luke Vibert's electronic repetition song. But I've always been that way. I like to listen to things that are more or less a challenge to listen to. Take more than one listen to get it. I don't like everything Zappa's done. I don't. But most of it. And as big a Zappa fan as I am, you would think I would do more on this channel, but I don't. Just be glad I didn't do The Adventures of Gregory Peccary. That's a 20-minute. You got to be ready for that. Ooh. And for those of you who may not know it, Zappa was a drummer originally. So a lot of his stuff is percussion heavy. And he writes it all out for them. He hands them a sheet of music and says, this is what we're doing. And they're like, ooh, okay. Jazz. Play, George. Uh-oh. This isn't music that you have on in the background. had a bunch of people sitting around talking. Now is it? Unless they all were into Zappa. Then there wouldn't be much talking. Everybody would be sitting there listening. Okay. So that's it for this morning, and I really don't know why I did this. I just stumbled across the Luke Vibert request from 5 months ago and figured, let me do that. Not real crazy about Luke Vibert. Now maybe he does other things that I would like. I don't know. This is the only thing I've ever heard of his, so we can't judge prematurely. RDNZL from Frank Zappa from the Studio Tan album. Alrighty, folks, that was it for this morning. We will see you when we see you, whenever the heck that may be. Later.